In today's digital society, where tech touches everything, dollar bills are left in the dust. PayPal is bringing speed and security to your money, whether you're splitting the bill or building a business. Could this payment platform secure greater growth? Or will looming competition deplete its value?
Nearly 2 years ago, PayPal, the online payments titan, was spun off by its old parent company, eBay. And while I was very excited about the story, the stock ended up getting stuck in the 30s and low 40s for most of that time, at least until last week, when PayPal reported a spectacular quarter and raised its full-year guidance. Something that sent the stock up more than 6% last Thursday, and it has been roaring ever since. So has this fabulous company finally found its groove? Earlier today, we got a chance to sit down with the terrific Dan Schulman, the president and CEO of PayPal. Take a look. Dan, we could talk about outperformance on the sales line. We talk about outperformance on the profit line. I want to talk about democratizing money for the world. That's why you're beating the numbers.
Yeah, we had a great quarter, as you saw. Financially, revenues grew 19% on a currency-neutral basis. We exceeded the street expectations on the bottom line by 3 cents, generating 44 cents, and generated over $600 million of free cash flow. But the thing that I am most proud of are our customer metrics. We added 6 million net new actives in the quarter. That was up 35% from the quarter a year ago. And we thought the quarter a year ago was pretty good as well at 4.5 million. So not only are we adding more customers, but they're using it more frequently, now 32 times a year, up from 28 a year ago. And a lot of that has to do with what you're talking about, a different way of imagining a value proposition for consumers that takes advantage of software and mobile.
Some people look at the model that say that John Legend's done with T-Mobile, which is the un-network, the uncarrier. You are the unplastic. And it seems like from someone who's both my kids, it's atavistic to have plastic. You've skipped over that and gone to digital. What are the advantages of going right to digital?
Yeah. Well, I think the way that we think about the world is that digitization is redefining the financial services industry. I think there's going to be more change in the next 5 years than has happened in the last 30 years.
Really?
And that's because of mobile. Mobile is hastening the digitization of cash and payments. And in many ways, think about it, almost everybody has a mobile phone. And that mobile phone, you have all the power of a bank branch in the palm of your hand. And so distribution is almost ubiquitous. And what you can start to do if you reimagine the management and movement of money in a digital world with software and mobile, you can think about doing the basic transactions that you and I take for granted, that are like cashing a check or paying a bill or sending money to somebody you love or even getting credit. For so many people in the world, 2 billion people in the world and about 70 million people here in the US, that's incredibly time consuming. They stand in line to do that. And then it's very expensive. They spend almost 10% of their disposable income on unnecessary fees and interest rates. And when we talk about democratizing financial services, that means bringing in those underserved segments of the population into the financial system because we can do it in a way that saves them time and is much less expensive.
Well, I want to talk about you for a second. A lot of people felt, and I'm going to be, because you're a humble guy, I'm going to do what, if you weren't humble, I'm going to say this. Visa would have destroyed you. MasterCard, Wells Fargo, Google, at any given time, this is what I heard. How were you able to forge partnerships? And is it because those companies recognize that they don't have the reach that you have with millennials, with young people?
I think if you take one step back, we as a management team here at PayPal thought about our overriding mantra is to be a customer champion. And to be a customer champion, it's the only way to really build, I think, an enduring and great company over the long term. And so what we looked at our business model and we said we want to give customers complete optionality in how they want to pay and where they want to pay, whether it be in-app, online, or in-store. whether it be with their credit card or their bank account. Give them full optionality around that. Once we decided on that, it opened the door to partnerships around the world, whether it be with the networks, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, financial institutions like Wells and Citi, carriers, wireless carriers like America Mobile, Vodafone, technology companies, Facebook, Google, all of them have now started to become allies in this move to digitization, where we can take the best of their assets and what we have to offer as PayPal, our platform and our scale, put those together and really drive the digitization of payments.
You've created a complete ecosystem that touches many people. We had a holiday party at CNBC. We had to figure how to pay. We had to split it up. The younger people said, Jim, Venmo. Now, what Venmo is a verb. You have not spent a lot of money promoting Venmo. This is almost a grassroots movement. How does someone have a disruptive e-commerce grassroots movement in 2017?
Yeah. Well, the way that Venmo has really become a viral phenomenon among the millennials, and you're right, it is a verb, just Venmo me money, is because we didn't try to create a payment service. We really thought about what do millennials value, and so much of it is in the social interaction they have. And so we really created a payment for the social media era that we're in. Every payment that somebody sends to somebody, they tag it with an icon or a comment.
Right.
People open the Venmo app several times a week, not just to make a payment, but to see what their friends are doing. And so Venmo, you're exactly right. Venmo has exploded with almost no marketing. We did $6.8 billion of volume in the quarter. That's up 114%. That's the 15th straight quarter in a row where we've more than doubled its volume. And so now we're looking to take Venmo to the next level, where we can add even more value for Venmo users and allow them to do transactions at merchants. So not just P2P or peer-to-peer, but also transactions at merchants. And that will give them more value and allow us to monetize that service as well.
In the time left, I want to say that when I got in the business, which was very many years ago, the greatest growth stock was Deluxe Check. In the last 10 years, the greatest growth stocks have been Visa and MasterCard. People feel at various times that PayPal may be the next iteration. Too bold? Too big?
Well, I think we have tremendous tailwinds behind us. First of all, we have 203 million people using our platform, 16 million merchants on it. So there's a huge scale effect that's happening right now, a network effect. But two big trends are happening. The digitization of money, so from cash to digital. And then in retail, that is fundamentally being redefined by the mobile phone. And so much of what happened offline or in store is now moving online. It's sort of buy online, pick up in store. And so you're seeing both of those trends play into the strengths that PayPal can offer into the market.
Well, all I can say, it's been a fabulous run, and I think it is very, very early. Dan Schulman, President and CEO of PayPal, thank you so much for letting us sit down with you at your headquarters.
Thank you so much, Jim.
Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.